In this video, you'll learn how to recover a suspended Google Workspace account step by step so you can get your user back up and running as smoothly as possible. Let's start with a quick overview of what we're doing. When a Google Workspace account is suspended, that user loses access to services like Gmail, Drive, and Calendar. As an administrator, you can often bring that account back fairly quickly from the admin console as long as the suspension reason allows it. We'll walk through how to find suspended users, see why they were suspended, and then reactivate the account when it's allowed. First, sign into your Google admin console in your browser using your administrator account. Once you're in the admin console homepage, you'll want to go to the section where your users are listed. This is where you manage all the individual accounts in your organization. To narrow things down to just suspended accounts, you'll use a filter. Look for the option to add a filter to your user list. Click Add a Filter, and from the available choices, select User Status and then choose Suspended. This tells the admin console to only show you users whose accounts are currently suspended, making it much easier to find the account you need to work on. After the filter is applied, you'll see a list of users who are suspended. Find the user whose access you want to restore and click on their name. This opens their user profile where you can see more details specific to that account. At the top of the user's profile page, you'll notice a banner. This banner is important because it explains why the account was suspended. For example, it might say something like suspicious activity or suspended by admin. Take a moment to read this reason carefully. If it's suspicious activity, you might want to confirm with the user that they recognize their recent sign-in attempts or consider a password reset. If the suspension was done manually by another admin, you may want to double check with your team to make sure it's okay to reactivate. Once you've reviewed the suspension reason and you're confident it's appropriate to restore the account, look to the top right corner of the user's profile page. There, you'll see a button labeled Reactivate. Click Reactivate to start the process of unsuspending the account. In many cases, this change takes effect quickly and the user will be able to sign back in and access their services again. There is one important exception you should be aware of. If the account was suspended due to Gmail bandwidth limits, the Reactivate button might not be immediately available. In that situation, Google may enforce a waiting period before you can restore the account. You may have to wait up to 24 hours before the reactivate button becomes clickable. During that time, it's a good idea to let the user know what's happening and remind them to avoid sending or receiving unusually large volumes of email once their account is back online. Once the waiting period is over and the reactivate button becomes active, you can click it and complete the recovery process just like any other suspension. And that's it. By filtering for suspended users, opening the user profile, checking the suspension reason, and clicking Reactivate when it's available, you can quickly recover a suspended Google Workspace account and restore access for your user.